Hello and welcome. I am Evelyn Munoz and today I'll be demonstrating my graphic design logo. As a newly designed organization that focuses on youth development and it specializes in after-school programs and summer camps, the inspiration behind our design was to keep something youthful, entertaining, and impacting. Some key concepts and questions that remained during the process were what type of colors and what type of elements should we have and apply in the process of the logo. It should be appealing to the youth, especially bright and pastel and soft textures. What will be a common symbol to portray in our logo? At first, we were thinking of something that involved a child, of course. But then it felt like it was exclusive, specifically for small children. But one might mention, summer camps is usually for young teens and young adults who are in that transitioning age who need a lot of creativity and matureness. What products would these young kids be interested in? As example, some toys as stuffed animals or building blocks. What would these kids who are in summer school, summer camp, or even after school programs be likely to use and have? And especially the symbol was the main part because around the world, many countries have different meaning for different items or words. But in this design, I chose to have the color yellow as symbolize happiness and growth. The first draft that was closer to the logo than expected. As you can see, it doesn't really bring out that colorful and aesthetic type that appeals to the young youth, especially the yellow, as it holds a big significant meaning behind the logo itself, as it meant happiness and devotion and growth. The tulips here seem a bit stale, especially the ones around the yellow tulips. They seem out of place and disfigured. The word me to be seem a little out of place, as if this wasn't really encouraged for youth development. Some questions I kept in mind after making this draft were how and what necessary changes can I use to apply this to a wide range of identities, as this draft right now seems a bit more feminine and less masculine, which can cause a lot of young teens or young children to feel a bit left out, as some people prefer masculine items or objects or interests and other feminine. I wanted to keep a balance between both, but yet still keep the concept of a bright yellow tulip. And also the colors, as I mentioned before, many of the colors seem stale, especially the yellow. And the purple seemed the most brightest out of the green. It seemed lacking, especially in hue and duration. This is the final logo design we have. One United was changed from me to be. One United sounds more inclusive instead of exclusive as me to be was, since we focus more on community and relationship standard. Because youth development focuses on connecting and creating plans towards how to manage time and activities, especially extracurricular. As many of these students or kids come from very unexpected backgrounds, such as negative emotions, negative situation, negative households. But here in this organization, we want to help focus to determine why and how we can help encourage these kids to interact with their peers, since they are going to contribute a factor towards society in the future, and especially to become noble citizens with morals, as humanitism is the most skill that we need. Another important aspect that we can notice here in the final logo design are the flowers around the tulips. They contribute a wholeness, as symbolizing stairs, as some steps that we take throughout life are more difficult through others. They push us back, they hold us down. But with resilience and optimistic, we can create anything we want. We can achieve any goal we have in mind. That's why I chose to have leaves around the tulips, and the tulips are the center. They are the children of their future. They help create an impactful image to our society and world as one. That's why the final logo and the name of our program is called One United, because we all are responsible for actions. We all can make a difference in this world. And another key question I had throughout making this logo was how can I use this design to incorporate to a more specific but still simplistic standard, as without adding this whole design. And here we have the shirt. As you can see, we have the whole logo on the back and little stripe marks around the sleeves. Still keeping a nice, cool teen vibe, young, cool kid aesthetic. As you can see, the colors are still a bit more like on the feminine side, but nothing too one sided. We have the logo in front a bit more simplistic and the word One United in a pink color. And then on the sleeves, we have a purple with yellow stripes. I chose a stuffed animal, as it seemed more softer and more enjoyable for younger kids. With the logo in the center and One United to symbolize our program, we have purple, green, and pink stripes, two on the edge of the sleeve and one on the bottom. The shirt is removable and washable. For the book, I wanted to go with a simple style. First, I wanted to add the logo, but it seemed a bit too stale, too boring. I added the leaves around to symbolize the steps once again, that life isn't a straight path and we might come into blockages, but we need to be resilient and optimistic about them. And here I kept in mind, this shouldn't be a simple yet clustered design for the notebook. It should maintain the image of our organization. At the same time, this book is blank, for the purpose being it should enable the student or child to add and create their own interests, especially memories, since that's the main thing that drives people in their lives. For the baseball cap, I wanted to keep a cooler tone since it will mostly be used outside, still including our colors yellow, orange, green, and purple. And for the water bottle, I went with the more simplistic design of the logo, but yet still keeping the basic information, the tulip and the One United. The water bottle will be used during school and summer camp. It is valuable for children to stay hydrated. And this is all for my presentation. Thank you and hope you liked it.